Hey guys. Oh, you know what I should have done? I should have sent them. How are you guys? We are live. Just wait for a few of you to come in. So who have we got in the chat? Hi Happy. Hi Mark. I'll get to your comments in a minute, Mark. Let you turn it up a bit. How is everybody? Hi Erin. Glad to see you here. How you guys doing? Hi everyone. So guys, yeah. I take it everybody's seen the new allegations made by Chris Watts regarding NK. That came out last week. Hi everyone that's coming in. You'd have to excuse me guys, I'm just doing stuff around the house while I'm talking to you guys. Just taking advantage of my extra sick day. Oh, Erin, I hope you feel better soon. So guys, I know a few of you would have seen the new allegations made to David Carter regarding Chris and NK. Well, it's not really new news, but I can tell you guys that David has actually been silenced and he has been advised not to discuss anything further because, you know, law enforcement's are kind of getting involved in stuff. So I want to know what you guys feel about that. Where do you think we stand in this now? Do you guys have your opinions changed on NK being there? What do you make of these claims that NK killed the children and Chris killed Shanann? What are your thoughts on it? And the fact that he's been told he's really not allowed to discuss the case publicly anymore because people are involved. You know, I think it's going to be interesting to see the outcome of this one. Bring NK down. I just wish he had actual evidence. You know what? Honestly, Erin, if we had the evidence, obviously there'd be so many questions answered, wouldn't there? But I've spoke to David. You know, I'm not involved in other channels and what other channels say and stuff. But my personal opinion is that, you know, this stuff doesn't come from anywhere. There's never any smoke without fire. You know, there must have been a conversation had for him to be so sure on the details that's being released. I know a few of you guys are against him and whatnot. You've all got your personal opinions, and that's fine. You can have those. But we're not here to discuss anything other than the case. So it doesn't really matter to me what's gone on in the past. But I do believe that there has to be something in it, guys. And you know me, all this time, I don't think NK was there that night. I don't think she killed the children. But I think it's going to be interesting to see what the police or what any other departments say about this next. I think the next move is going to be probably critical in the case, you know. And so many of us want NK investigated more. We do. And I think if anything's going to open it up and blow the case open and really get the police to sit her down and answer these questions, you know, is by hopefully Chris talking to people, whether it be an inmate. I know from experience what it's like to be in jail. And you strike up conversations and you strike up friendships with people that you would never, ever, ever associate yourself with. You would never do that. But in jail, you've got a lot of time. And you genuinely think that you can trust so many people in there. So, you know, you're bound to talk to some people at some point, you know, and who better to talk to than people that are in the same predicament you're in. That's my opinion on it. But I am so interested to see what comes next. Have Tammy Lee interrogate her. You know what? I'm all for that. I think, yeah. Who did it wasn't Tammy NK had the interview, was with it in the police station, was it Coda? I think it would have been interesting to have Tammy talk to her. I think that could have made a big difference. Maybe, maybe not. Hi, David. David's in the chat now, guys. So please be respectful at all times. And yeah, I don't want no drama on this this chat. I'll be back in 1 second. Sorry, guys, I'm back now. Coda, yeah, she was. Yeah, she was, and I thought, I think that Erin played a big part of her. I think it played a big part of her still having a lot of questions not looked into properly or answered. I don't know, maybe she just got that, an aura that just made guys kind of fall into a false sense of, I don't know, whatever it is that NK do. We know NK is good at manipulation. We know that. So I think it is interesting that Tammy didn't interview her, actually, because that would have been really interesting. They managed to pull it out of Chris, didn't they? So yeah, I think, guys, honestly, I genuinely think that there is no smoke without fire at all, and I think there could be a little bit of truth to these claims. And what's even more interesting is that the person that's come with the claims is now being told not to talk about it, which I understand, and I think that's the most sensible thing. I think not to talk. I think that's sensible not to, tell people too much, because we know how some of these creators run off with their little bit of information. You know what they're like, guys. They make a mountain out of a molehill. That's what we say in the UK. People make mountains out of molehills. You know what? I would actually like to phone Tammy. I did inquire if I could actually phone Tammy today, from where I am, but I don't think that's going to wash. I don't think I'm going to be able to phone her. And even if I did, she's not going to tell me anything. Like, what could I even say? Where do you guys stand with this new admission from Chris? Well, the claim. What do you guys make of that? Do you think it's the truth? Do you think it's just another diversion? Do you think it's just another tactic for him to try and, I don't know, get a shorter sentence? Not that it's going to make any difference, because he's still going to spend forever in jail. But what do you guys make of it? Yeah, me too, Erin. I'm really curious about what's going to happen, because, she needs to answer some questions. There's a lot of questions that were left unanswered, and that's why so many of us are still so interested in this case, because we know there's more to it. We just don't know what. I mean, if you're innocent, you don't run, do you? If you're innocent, you don't run off. Hi, bro lady. Do you think AD had Carter ring the police? No, I don't think so. I've spoken to David regarding other creators, and he's not he's well aware of what creators do to get these stories out and stuff like that. But no, I don't think he did tell David. I think David had information that he thought or knew should be out there for at least it to be looked at, even if not necessarily somebody gets arrested, and it's just getting that little bit of information out there so it can start proceedings, get the ball rolling, kind of thing. One of those. But I don't know. I don't think AD got into phone him now. Just catching up with the comments. Oh, that's cool, Erin. She ran off because Anna Vinicum and his witch hunt for 3 years. But Mark, why did she go in the first place? I mean, she went into hiding literally days after Shanann went missing. So I don't think it is because of AD and his witch hunt. I genuinely think she wanted to distance herself from Colorado, from Chris, from the murders. I think she wanted to distance herself as far as possible. So she went quickly. Amber Frey was public quite a bit after. Yeah, well, that's interesting, because she was looking at mistresses and stuff. So, you'd think, I don't know, innocent people don't run and hide. You know, if that was somebody telling me and speaking about me, saying it was me that had killed these children and stuff, believe me, I would be in every single paper listening to me, putting my side of the story across, saying what a piece, you know, a piece of crap Chris Watts is, and that what he did was disgusting. I would not be in hiding and leaving people guessing. I mean, what's the worst that could happen to her if she came out and spoke to people? She's protected by the police. But I don't know. Innocent people don't run in my eyes, guys. Love it. Thanks, Elizabeth. You're my sunshine. Love it when I catch you live. I'm glad when you guys catch me live. I haven't been live for ages. She didn't. She was seen in Aura for months after the murder. Oh, okay, Mark. Maybe there is some truth to that, but you know, she personally, if that was me being accused of that, I would. You know, the whole world is looking for you, looking at you. I would have spoken out. I would have been like, no, this never happened. I was not there. I was this place. I was that place. I was with so-and-so. Personally, that's what I would do. Innocent people don't run, and they certainly don't hide. She got protection, all part of the setup. I would be wanting to clear my name. Yeah, exactly. I would want to clear my name too. That is not something you just want left out there unanswered. You know what I mean, guys? That's just silly. I don't know, all these little things that we look at, and there's just no, the answers are just not there. We've got no answers. Literally, it's just a dead end alley with nothing to go off. But this is why I believe that these claims, these new allegations, they should be looked at seriously, whether they are false, whether they're not true, whether they're the truth. I think they should be investigated thoroughly. They absolutely should be. It's not a case you can just, you know, it's not one of these cases that you can just close the book and forget about it, because it's so public and there are so many of us following this case, and it's going to carry on 3 years later, and it's still as fresh as it was 3 years ago. I would give police everything I have. Yeah, me too, Erin. I would be in the papers and I would literally be screaming my innocence. Why didn't David say anything in February when he was released? Something that massive, and he didn't mention it for 6 months. That's a good question, Mark. That is a good question. But, you know, things like this, I wouldn't go off the bat and say it's something that you could just, you know, kind of spew on instantly. It's a big thing coming out to the public, especially when there are so many haters and trolls and so many people involved in this case. You guys know what it's like. You know, as somebody comes into this case, they get hounded, they get pestered, they get stalked, like they get attacked. Some people have got attacked and stuff. So it's a kind of dangerous case to have opinions on, especially when you've got so many other people rooting for the perpetrators. You know, the what side and stuff. It's difficult to come into a case like this, I imagine. Who told David not to talk about it? Sandy, law enforcement have told him he can't talk about it, basically. And that's really all I can say, because he's doing his thing with them, and, you know, nobody wants to mess up any cases. So that's all I can really say on it. It's just law enforcement have told him that he's not to talk to it publicly about it anymore. So you guys take that as you will. Elizabeth, who told him? Mark, that is, he has contradicted himself. Okay, Sandy. What people don't make up. That's true, Elizabeth. So much is not known into this. This case hasn't sat well since I did more into it. Both themselves do. He won't kill himself, Erin. He's a narcissist. Her hiding makes it look guilty. See, this is my argument, Sunshine. That it does make her look guilty. You literally would not sit. Even his other workmates have come forward and done interviews and stuff. You know. So I would be screaming my innocence, you know. I would not be really out here having people call me a murderer and a baby killer and stuff. Nah, I wouldn't do that, because there is an ongoing case. Yeah, I believe that, Elizabeth. He's on the news. I do believe that, actually, Elizabeth. I do believe that. That's why people have been told to be quiet. which is probably the best thing for it. It is the best thing, guys, because then the waters get muddy, don't they? If there's too much involved, too many involved, the waters get muddy, and it's kind of hard to keep track of what's actually being said and what is the truth. He's on the news telling them that the Watts said nothing about NK, except she may have wrote to him. He said that Chris told him he killed them all and why he done it. Now he's saying she did it. Okay. There we go. He's on the news telling him that the Watts said nothing about MK, except that she may have wrote to him. He said that Chris told him he killed them all and why he did it. Now he's saying that she did it. See, Mark, this is the thing. I've always believed Chris did it. I have always believed that Chris did it by himself. I think not Erin, sorry, Erin, I'm implicating you here in a murder. I think NK manipulated him to a point where he felt that he couldn't be with NK unless he got rid of his family, and that's where I still stand to this day. I will still stand by that. But I do also think that there's got to be a little bit of truth in these rumours circulating, these, you know, why is not saying that NK didn't do it? Chris is not really saying a lot, is he? Either way, he's not saying a lot. All it sounds like he's doing is he's protecting NK and deflecting from NK. And I think he's done that the whole way through the case, is deflect from NK. You know, when it gets going a little bit, I don't know, there just always seems to be, I don't know, it just always seems to be something new or something different whenever people are getting like too close to NK or talking about NK. You know, it's just a bit weird. Like, look at the driveway footage. That happened, and then the 35C came along. You know, I think that was probably just a deflection. I absolutely believe she had something more to do with it. And I think that these claims are just, I think the police should take it seriously. For Shanann. Yes, he has confidence in 7 different stories. Well put, Chris doesn't fit them all, but he's Jekyll and Hyde. Morning, Carrie. Why was she allowed her dad to lead the interview? Good question, Elizabeth, because I know I could never take my mum or dad into a police interview with me. Like, I've never been able to do that. And the fact that her so-called father, he led the interview. He spoke for, he was answering questions she should have been answering. I understand why she wanted to hide. People trying to blame her and inciting violence against her. But on that side then, Sandy, why hasn't she come forward? Why has she not come forward and, you know, shouted her innocence? I just know, I can't speak for everybody else, but I can speak for myself. And I just know that myself, if somebody was accusing me of murdering these 2 children, I would be the first one to sit there and give an interview. I would be there and I would literally just be shouting it all day, every day, that I didn't have nothing to do with these children. And I wouldn't be hiding and snapping SIM cards. And another thing that bothers me about this woman is she cannot remember a phone call they had a few nights before, but she remembers like details from 6 months before, 4 months before, when they were looking for places or whatever it was, you know. And there's no consistency with NK. So I don't know, these claims really do need to be looked at, in my opinion. Morning, Carrie, I hope you're all right. Maybe that's just me, Sandy, but I would be shouting my innocence to people. I would not be hiding. No way would I. Nobody bothered Amber Fry. See, Debbie, they just don't. It's only because she's gone on the run and she's literally just turned her back on the whole case. She's the one that's got so many answers to our questions, and she's refusing to acknowledge anything. She's just point blank refusing to acknowledge any of us. She's been on YouTube. She has seen the creators. She's seen the videos. She has had so many opportunities to go live with somebody, or even just to make her own video, or give a statement to somebody, you know, write a statement for the police to read out, or whoever, just something. She's not giving anything. And she has got so many questions. She's got so many answers to our questions. It's just baffling why she isn't answering them for us. If she wanted justice for Shanann and the girls, why is she not answering these questions? Why isn't she telling us about that 111-minute phone call? Even she was egging him on and saying, you know, oh yeah, it was me or her. I told Chris it was either me or Shanann. Even if that's the case and she told us, like, that, I don't know, that's if that's the case, just tell us. Tell the police what that phone call was about. Tell the police exactly where you were that morning, why you didn't clock in, or, you know, all the other little questions surrounding that morning and stuff. Why not just answer the questions? Would you believe her if she did? Oh, you know what, armchair detective, enough is enough. I don't know if I would, but I think it would just be crucial if she gave some kind of account for what happened between her and Chris. I genuinely feel that somewhere within her story and his story is the truth. And, you know, I think she just needs to say something. If she says something, we can go off that, whether it's we believe it or whether we don't believe it. She's given something. You know, she felt sorry for the children in the police interview. She was nearly crying and stuff. So she wants justice for Shanann and the children, like she said she did, and that's the reason why she went to the police. Then why not tell us what the hell that conversation was, that 1 minute, that 111-minute phone call? Tell us what it was about. What was he saying? What kind of mood was he in? You know, was he happy? Was he angry? Was he pissed off? Was he agitated because the plane was late? Like, just give us something. Because she's got the answers to these questions, guys. And this is what's so frustrating about NK. I don't think half of the people would be so pissed with her is if she just, you know, just told the police something, just gave a little bit of something just for them to go on. But I don't know. What about you guys? Would you believe it? There is a reason. Exactly, there is carrying. It's weird. Evidence showed that there was a vehicle in Watchyard that Sunday night around 9:30. See, exactly, Debbie. All these little things, I think NK can answer. I think she can honestly give us details. Where was Chris talking to you on the phone? Was he in the basement? Was he in the bedroom? Was he pacing the house? Like what? Something, anything. Where the hell were they? Like, where was she the morning that she never clocked in? Where was she? Why did he look up those? Why did she tell him to look at those words, or vice versa? Why were they looking at those words? Like, there's just, oh, I don't know, guys. There's so many answers that NK could give us, but she just won't. I don't believe that Chris wants to kill the children. I can't see it. Happy, I believe that he did. I genuinely think he killed all of them. Explain her ping. Exactly. Why is she pinging? She's never ever pinged in Frederick before, but the morning of the murders. And I've said that. That's what I think she did. I think she was calling Chris's bluff, and she was on the way to the house to kind of confront Shanann. And I think that's what that phone call was about. I think that was NK's ultimatum. It's me or Shanann, and this is the timeline you got tonight. Excuse me, guys. She probably believes she has told her story. She was cleared of any involvement. I get what you're saying. Yeah. And if I was cleared with the involvement and stuff, then that would, to me, that would give me more motivation to tell my story. You know, look, I'm innocent. I was here. I was doing that. This is what I was doing. That's what he said. If she gave a clear account of all the things that we've got questions for, I think it would just, I don't know, I think it would just fucking help us a lot. I think it would help us understand a bit more of what happened that night and Chris's mind frame. Well, we know his mind frame, but, you know, that phone call, like, why? I want to know, what was he doing? Was he pacing? Like, what was his reaction to Shanann's plane being late? Like, what was the girls doing and stuff? I want to know what the hell they were talking about. Were they in the basement? Was he in the basement that night? Was he in the basement waiting for her to come in and then he went upstairs? Or was he in bed waiting for her to come upstairs? Like, these are questions that we need the answers to. And she's got the answers. She can tell us all this. As a woman, and in my personal opinion, if I was innocent, I'd have made that clear. And she didn't say anything, so she's protecting that criminal because they were both involved. Exactly. Yeah, Elizabeth, I agree. I always think A, she knew, B, she killed the girls, C, she helped clean up. Why didn't the FBI interview them? Exactly, Elizabeth. Why didn't the FBI go in there with her? Why didn't they? They should have put her in front of Tammy, because I think Tammy would have had her. I think Tammy would have got a lot more out of her, because Tammy, you know, Women know, don't we? Us women know. We have that instinct. Why she said leave Jim alone. Yeah, what's Jim got to do with it? This is all the things, guys, that we need. She's got the questions. She's got the answers to these questions. And these are all the questions that we need answers to. Well, not we don't, but the police do. Hasn't MK changed her name? That's true, Robin. She has changed her name. I don't know where she is. But I know if you ask Alexa, Alexa will tell you she's in Chicago. But yeah, I'm not going to obviously believe that, but that's apparently. Armchair, I believe she gave him an ultimatum. Me too, Armchair Detective E. I believe that. And that's what I believe that phone call was, me or Shanann. And that's why she pinged in Frederick the next morning, because she was going to go and confront Shanann. But we don't know. Why doesn't she answer these questions? What about that ping? That ping is crucial. And that 111-minute phone call, guys, you know, and I know, she knows what was said in that phone call. She knows Chris's state of mind. So, you know, we need these answers. How would she know they were so little if she had never met them? Well, Shanann's Facebook's easy accessible. I think she absolutely stalked Shanann, like right to the very last day. She stalked her. Ultimatum and confrontation is definitely possible, but why keep that quiet? Oh my goodness, why keep what quiet? Why keep ultimatum and confrontation is definitely possible, but why keep that quiet? Yeah, I don't think, in that sense, I think if someone's just been murdered and you were going to go and confront them, you know, you probably wouldn't want to admit that. But I think honesty is the best policy here. And they need to know why the hell she was going to Frederick. Why are you in Frederick that morning, but you'd never been there before? Weird. They know where he could have killed Shanann. Either he was being watched Tuesday and her also thought she died Tuesday, but I don't think he did anything to try to stop it either. They know where he could have killed Shanann. No, I believe he killed Shanann. Absolutely. I believe he absolutely killed Shanann. And then drove the kids out to the site. See, but this is the thing, guys. We've all got our own theories and our questions, but we just don't know because there's so many unanswered questions. And you can even take out the new claims of it. There's still questions from 2018 that need to be answered, and only NK can answer those questions. That nobody else is there. Nobody else is speaking to him on the phone other than NK. So she knows what mental state he was in. You know, she knows if he was agitated or pacing the house or pissed because her plane was late. You know, she knows the answers to these questions. My theory is that the phone call was non-existent with her phone being left connected at her apartment. I believe she left her phone at home. Danielle met her in the morning and gave her the phone. Okay. On the Red X last video, they have evidence there was a phone under the bed. A flash was caught by one of the viewers. Under what bed, Debbie? Under Shanann's bed? And a phone under there. No, I don't know. I believe that phone call happened, though, Carrie. I believe that was a phone call between them. Ask Alexa again. Erin, there's no way he could have killed Shanann. Cops were watching him, and autopsy showed she died Tuesday. I don't know. Is that set in stone? Has somebody actually said that's it? She was not killed on the Monday. It was definitely on the Tuesday, because that doesn't coincide with anything else that's been said regarding, you know, when she died and stuff. I've never ever heard that. But yeah, let me know however I can see that. There is a video of NK coming out of the garage at night. Well, I've never seen that video, Robert, so I can't comment on that. I think Jim killed Shanann as NK watched. Oh. I think she drove to the house that morning to see if she could see anything, but that's it. She pushed him to make the decision. However, I really don't believe she thought he would do it. That's what I believe. I agree with you there, Armchair. I absolutely agree with you. I think that there was an ultimatum. I think she went to that house this morning to tell Shanann. And that's when he sent her the photo of, was it the sunflower? To prove that he was at work in the field or something. I don't know. Where's the video of coming out of the garage, Robert? Did Jim help with disposal? 2 men carrying the boobas to the tanks? No, I believe Chris did all that. Yes, a phone, maybe a burner phone, watch a video. Sure, Debbie, just let me know where I can watch it, and I'll go look at it after I've come off. Do you mean that awful video AD claimed NK was in? If he's on about that one, Sandy, then I do not believe that. I think that's absolute bull. I don't think NK was standing in the driveway at all. I don't think she no, I don't think she would have been that. No, why? I think she left it to Chris to confront and Chris to deal with his own marriage. I don't believe that. But I could be wrong, guys, so I'm not going to sit and say that I'm right. But that's my opinion. I don't think she was there that night. I think the phone call was what pushed Chris. And her getting pinged that next morning was her going to confront Shanann. Like, it is, like, I think she said to him the night before, like, you literally got till the end of the night to decide who you want to be with. Imagine spending every day for 5 weeks with somebody that you were really into and you believe that you were going to have a future with. You would be besotted. You would want him to end that relationship. You would want him to prove that it is actually, me he wants to be with and not his wife. Maybe I'm off with that, but that's how I would see it, I suppose, if I was obsessed with somebody. Debbie, I've not watched that video. Surveillance video from a neighbour, woman with ponytail. Yeah, Robert, I'm sure that was AD's creation and his edited stuff. We don't speak about AD too much over here because I just don't agree with his ethics. What else? The woman in the ponytail was photocopied. Photoshopped. Yep. I think NK was very jealous of Shanann and her life. Absolutely happy. I mean, could you imagine walking into Shanann's house and you're NK? Like, it literally, you just, Shanann was out of this world. Shanann is in a league all of her own. She always has been and she always will be. And that's another thing that we find so shocking about this case, is why the hell would he jeopardize what he had for what he ended up never having anyway. It's all ridiculous, isn't it? But I wanted to come out and speak to she just got to speak to somebody. Go and speak to somebody trusted, someone that's not going to, rinse you out or whatever. But just speak, say something, tell us something. What was his mind frame that night? What was the last thing that he said to you? Was he pissed off of Shanann because not pissed off of Shanann, but was he pissed that the plane was late? I don't know. Was he downstairs? Was he upstairs? I want to know these things. We have to remember NK was bipolar. She could have been unstable. Chris had to talk her off the ledge a few times. What do they mean by talking her off the edge? If she's bipolar, her emotions would be all over the place anyway. So ultimately, when she calmed down, she would still kind of keep that relationship kind of going. I mean, I've got borderline personality disorder, so that's pretty close to bipolar. So I kind of know how it works. And I know you can get obsessed with people and you lash out and you say things, oh, that's it, it's over. But then, the day later you calm down and you kind of thought rationally about it and you go and apologize and things get back to normal. But so I don't know what they mean by talk her off the ledge. She would not have left. I think when anybody says talk her off the ledge or whatever, he's just covering his own ass. Like, he was probably I think he was obsessed with her. It's not a case where I think we know he was obsessed with her. But I suppose 5 weeks, every day with somebody for 5 weeks and you're having fun and you're doing things that, suit your personality, and you ain't got the kids and you ain't got all that. You haven't got all that, the responsibility. You're like little children, aren't you? And we all know what it's like to feel like a kid and get lost in ourselves. We all know what that's like. And I think that's what it was. She just must have felt like an idiot when she walked into Shanann's house. There's just no comparison, really. They're really anti. So I don't know. I just wish she would come and answer some questions. Shanann is a beautiful soul. Absolutely. I don't think NK believed that there was a flight delay and that she drove there to check if she was there. Wouldn't that have been a bit too early? I'm not sure. What time was the pinging thing in Frederick? Was that like early in the morning, 6:20 or something? Or was that a little bit earlier? One of you guys will have to tell me. I have mental health issues. Yeah, Heather, a lot of us struggle with our mental health day to day, but we keep on going. And they were not on the phone. Their phones are open. They were moving around. They were not on the phone. Their phones were open and they were moving around. What does that mean, Sunshine? What do you mean? They were not on the phone. Their phones are open. They were moving around. I don't understand. Sorry, maybe I'm just being a bit stupid. Her death being Tuesday was a lie from AD. His pathologist on panel explained how it was proved she died the same time as the girls. So, yeah, I thought that's Andy. Yeah. 6:16 a.m. See, this is that's what I'm saying. What was she doing in Frederick at that time? Weren't they already supposed to be at work by then? Like, what time were they clocking in? I'm sure it was pretty early. Yeah, I never believed that. Thanks for confirming that for me, Sandy. Yeah, I've always believed Shanann to have died the exact way Chris said it in the interview in the February. Her death being Tuesday. So that's definitely true then, yeah. She definitely did. See, I've never heard that Shanann died on the Tuesday. I've never ever heard that. I've always believed it was on the Monday. Sandy Blue, yeah, if Chris Watts gets a new trial, he will throw NK into us. Well, he won't get a new trial because he never had a trial in the first place. But it would be interesting. It'd be interesting what to say. It would be interesting to see what he's got to say regarding David's claims. You see so many people get involved and so many people have got stories. And you know, when we get to the point where we're at now, like we've listened to Dylan, we've listened to Krista, we've listened to AD, we've listened to Cadel, we've listened to all of these people. And ultimately, it's always come down to them making money off the case and never bringing anything factual. It's all hearsay or it's all edited or lies. And at this point, we're all kind of fed up. You know, we're fed up. We want answers. We want to get to the bottom of it. We just want to kind of, you know, if she's nothing to do with it, then fine, she's nothing to do with it. But give us something to work with, you know, give the police something to work with. You know Chris so well, so you know what state of mind he was in that night on the phone call. So why are you not talking about it? I've been watching videos today of Shanann Celeste. Oh my God, they're so beautiful. It is really sad. And they are so beautiful. Literally, she had the most beautifulest family in the world. She probably had him under her power after she gave him his drink. Possibly. Yeah. Yeah, I can't ever take you know, all these little bits that people drop in about she gave him the drink and she gave him drugs or she had crystals or stuff like that. I can't take that in because if I start taking that bull in, then I'm going to end up over like, I can't do that. I'm not even going to allow that to go into my head because it's all meaningless and it doesn't matter. Like, and I don't believe it. I don't believe that. I think a certain creator will literally say anything at all, guys, to make you fall in a little bit deeper and spend a bit more money on Patreon and whatnot. Chris Watts will never get a trial. Yeah, I totally agree with you, Armchair Detective. Please check NKL. They did check her out, Claire. They did, but did they check out enough? Like maybe they did. Maybe they did their job the way they were supposed to do it. They did everything to the book. But the fact that she's gone into hiding and won't answer some of the simplest of questions, it's just bizarre because you know yourself, if you were innocent, you wouldn't be running. If somebody accused me of murdering 3 children, well, 2 children and a pregnant woman, I would be out there every single day with banners. I did not kill anybody. I'm innocent. Chris Watts said this to me on the phone, the 111-minute phone call. Chris said this to me. Chris was in this state of mind. I wouldn't get rid of a SIM card. I wouldn't do all that shit. So I do agree, police probably did follow protocol, but her as a person, she should be screaming her innocence and giving the police the answers that she never gave. Like, we want to know what that phone call was. Why did you ping in Frederick? There are still questions that she needs to answer and she should be held accountable for. Excuse me, guys. They did check her out, I know, but I don't know, it just seems a bit like she got away too quickly for me. What bugs me is that NK knew Chris was going to serve her in the morning. He told her on Sunday, but yet she went by Frederick. Yeah, see, exactly. I mean, why are you out there? Why exactly? Why is she going to Frederick? She's never been pinged in Frederick, I believe. I believe it was a lot to do with being re-elected. Maybe I'm no. See, Elizabeth, the stuff like that. I don't know anything. I've never watched a video about Rourke, whatever his name is, being re-elected. I would never watch that video because what's that got to do with Chris murdering his family? Like literally, that is just another gateway to get more people to come and subscribe and stuff to you. Honestly, you people, absolute bonkers, some of you. And I say that with the greatest respect because I know we all want the same result here. We all just want justice for Shanann. But honestly, guys, it's some of the creators that you guys listen to and fall for is just ridiculous. But yeah, that's you. No, there's no drink. That's AD Spit. I see there's another one. Hey, hi, Sunny. AD will take anything to get you to give him money. Yep. I think she knew more defo, but I don't think she was there that night. Me either, Sunny. She was so much fitter. She was just beautiful, literally. Shanann is probably the most beautifulest woman I've ever set my eyes on. Yeah, I stopped watching AD when he started being dead disrespectful to the Ruseks and to Shanann. Talent in his titles where she just wouldn't die, stuff like that. Like, seriously, just have a bit more morale about you. Think of the family that have to watch that. Like, it's just shit. They always say follow the money. Chris Watts wanted a new carefree life of NK with the insurance money and sale of the house and no alimony and child support. Agreed, Robert. Chris Watts has tried to imply NK was involved by telling those ridiculous stories about crystals, drinks and dubious friends, so he isn't protecting her. Yeah, so exactly why doesn't he talk about what happened on that phone call? Why is he? I don't know. I've never heard him speak about that phone call, guys. I don't know if you guys have. If you have, then let me know where I can watch it because I've never heard him actually speak on that phone call. I've heard the police question NK about it, but I never heard them question Mr. Watts bringing out a book on what he has no proof. Really so funny, ridiculous. The only book I would buy connected to this case is Vonda's. That's it. Vonda Knox, Nate's mom. That's the only book I would ever spend my money on. If NK was innocent, why did she mass delete a lot of crucial stuff? And her dad helped. Exactly, Elizabeth. There's got to be. It's just silly. It's just silly. What? Oh, it's just mad. There's so many questions that she needed to have answered. There's like, who forgets what a big conversation is? Like, literally hours before your what you call a male version of a mistress. Your man friend. Like, yeah, it's just weird. That's another AD thing. Yeah, she's just crazy. That's another AD spin. Some people may be vocal shouting their innocence, but others wouldn't. I wouldn't just myself to half of the world. People are different. Yeah, I get that, Claire. I do get that. And guys, these videos are just my opinions. Like, they are my opinions, and I'm not trying to take away from anybody else's opinions. These are just my opinions. And yeah, personally, I would come forward and I would be like talking, destroying SIM cards and telling Chris Watts to delete everything. You hide nothing if you don't have anything to hide. Exactly. That's what I think as well. I would be so traumatized in that situation that I would want to forget anything to do with him and the case. She may even PTSD. But she's implicated herself. She set herself up to get all this ridicule because you're not answering the basics of questions. You are not answering. You are not sitting there wanting justice for Shanann. But on the same hand, you won't give any details about Chris Watts hours before he annihilated his whole family. You know, details that are important. He said that they got into bed, they had sex, they woke up and then had an argument. So if he's having sex with his wife, like literally a couple of hours after that phone call, why are you not talking about that phone call? Because she must have heard Chris say that they had sex, him and Shanann had sex. So, you know, why was she not saying, well, that's not true because he was really angry and waiting for Shanann to come home. He was in the basement, so I don't believe they had sex. Or, you know, it just don't make sense that she will not answer questions about that phone call that night, because I think it would just answer so many unanswered questions, guys. I believe that. And traumatized or not, I'm sorry, but when there's 3 innocent children involved, then you put your own feelings aside. Like, I wouldn't care how traumatized I am. Imagine how traumatized those children are. Imagine how traumatized Bella was watching her mum get killed and then her baby sister. Do you think I'll give a shit about me being traumatized? Think about the 2 little kids that just got murdered. Not worried about myself and my traumatization. 2 little kids was just murdered. Like, get a grip. Silly man. The fact that the Ruseks are satisfied she wasn't involved after Ali being available to them anytime is good enough for me. Yeah. Yeah, I think the Ruseks, they're the people that want to find out the truth out of everybody else on this planet. You know, of course they've checked every avenue. Of course they've done everything they can, but they've probably still got a lot of unanswered questions too. And she is not going to come onto the internet. Well, her family are not going to come on the internet and admit that they've got these questions for the creators and the trolls to then mock them for it or make their lives an absolute misery for it. Like, they probably keep a lot of stuff private because like some of you guys on this platform are literally just relentless and spiteful and nasty and just damn right disrespectful to that family. So damn right I would keep things private. Who the hell wants to reveal anything to some of you? Like no. God orders on. I'm lost. Is Chris Watts saying Nangi? I was involved. Well, see, Tanya, this is the thing. David Carter, he was in with Chris Watts, has now come out a couple of weeks ago and said that Chris Watts told him that NK killed the girls. Was it NK killed the girls and he killed Shanann? Yeah. But now he's been told in the last couple of days by law enforcement he's not allowed to speak publicly about the case anymore. That's all I'm allowed to say. Like, he's just not allowed to speak publicly about it. So you can take from that what you want. Elizabeth Joe, where can I find the court proceedings for these gag orders? Who took the gag order out? Sorry, NK. Yeah, I'm lost. Is there a gag order, please? They do it. God, I wish there was. I said if that was my only daughter and grandkids were murdered, no money would gag me. You're right, she's hiding. I didn't say they were gagged, and I don't watch anything. To quote Sandy, don't you think if I believed anyone else was involved, we'd have stopped until every rock had been turned over? Exactly, Claire. Like, honestly. It's absolutely ridiculous that the Ruseks have to come onto this platform and have complete strangers attacking them on every little thing that they say. Like they will just they say one thing and then creators and trolls will turn it into something a million times than what it is. Like, it's crazy, absolute crazy. Like, they literally want justice. Frankie is be flying all the way over the world because he wants justice for what people are doing to his family. Believe me, he would have dealt with what they had to deal with. They really, they get subjected to so much shit, though, honestly. It's ridiculous. Yeah, I don't watch that person at all. Chris said he was planning it, but yet take the bodies to his workplace make me think it wasn't planned, or his plan got foiled. I kind of think, I don't know. It's in one breath he says that he don't know what took over him because he just flew into a fit of rage when Shanann said that he would never see the kids again. But then on a different note, he says he was planning it for days. He knew he was going to kill the girls when, you know, he took them to the party and stuff. He contradicts himself so much. So much. Chris Watts, he doesn't know how to tell the truth. And I just think through all of his confessions, there's the truth somewhere in it. Where did Chris Watts say he planned it? Not that he planned it, but he was saying, wasn't he saying that he knew he was going to kill the girls and stuff like a few days before? Like, he said that a couple of times, I think, in the early days. Like, I'm 99% sure saying that he has said that. Not planned it, but he said he knew he was going to kill the girls, like after that party and stuff, and he knew it was the last time he took them to bed and stuff. But then on the other hand, he said he flew into a rage when Shanann said he couldn't see the girls after he had sex. So it was just like, I speak to Sandy. I know how they feel about this. They want that family left. And I totally agree. It's sad, Claire. It is sad. They should be allowed to just get on with their lives and do what they're doing. I know how they feel. If NK had a knife, FBI wouldn't be able to get a complete info from the phone. Our government try getting some shooters. Get an iPhone. Let's get complete info. I don't know. Did she have an iPhone? I didn't even know. I think she. I don't know. What did she have, guys? I don't know. I don't know. Oh yes, he said that, Rebecca, in the interview. Yeah. Thanks, armchair. Okay, and Chris Watts said he knew it was the last time. Yeah, that's it. That's what I'm on about. Yeah, he knew it was gonna. He said, "Oh, he knew he was gonna kill the kids after the party." But then in his confession, he said he killed Shanann because he flipped out because she said he wasn't going to see the kids again. So that's a big, massive contradiction there. AD is cool. He looks like River Monster Jeremy Wayne. I think AD would be a lot cooler if he just started to be more respectful to the victims' families. Like, I think he would be, he'd probably, he wouldn't get as much hate as he does. He just needs to be respectful, you know? Carrie Bishop. He had Android. Okay, Android. It was Roger Cradle's book. What says he knew it would be the last time he would be taking his children into bed. Yeah, exactly. I don't believe he had a fight with Chanel Watts. I think he did it while she was drugged and asleep. Fair enough. Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? Like, I don't like thinking about what happened that night because it's just, ugh, it's just too bad, kind of too much to get your head around. But I do, honestly, guys, I genuinely believe that NK needs to answer some questions. Even if she wasn't involved and she wasn't there and she wasn't physically involved, that's fine. Like, that's fine. Like, that's fine. Just tell everybody, just tell the police. No, not everybody, tell the police about that phone call that happened that night. Otherwise, why are you making yourself look guilty? Why are you making yourself look guilty? And as for this David Carter and all the allegations that he's come out with, I'm just going to see how this plays out. I'm not going to say he's wrong. I'm not going to say he's right, but I am going to hope that maybe it gets people to start asking more questions. That's what I hope comes from it. You know, whether it be nothing else, I just hope that it brings a few more questions that should have been asked a long time ago. Sandy Blue, I don't know if we can believe David. I don't know the geezer like that. I've just spoke to him recently and he's been kind enough he's answered all of my questions. His story's not changed once. So I'm not going to say he's a liar. I'm not going to say he's telling the truth. What I'm going to say is that I'm just going to see how it plays out and hope that some more questions get answered, you know, just for the sake of the case, you know, just so people can put some things to bed. Because I don't know about you guys, but I want to know what frame of mind Chris was in that night. I want to know, like, how he was acting on that phone to her. Like, what was the last word said? What was the end goal of that conversation? You know, she must know. She must know. I do not believe Cadle Brooks. I don't listen, Cadle. I'm not no liar. I do not believe the code works. I think she wrote that personally just to make a little bit of money and to put herself in it. In the same with the other creator that's just brought out a book. It's literally just money, 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 just to get people, I don't know, just asking even sillier questions within the case that don't need to be answered. Like, we've already got the answers for them. We don't need those questions to be asked. Let me see what Heather wrote because I missed it. I do not. Oh yeah, sorry, yeah. Carrie, she was on in the school room, just in a interview. I think I said it was Android. Correct, Heather, full of crap. Can't we believe David though? Oh, sorry, I've just answered that one. I think we just have to wait and see how this. We have to see how it pans out, Sandy. I hope so. I hope it just gets other departments or same departments up and active again. You know, and finding out these little answers to the little questions that make big problems in the case. You know. You, Robert. Chris Watts had no marks on him at all. Yeah, I've always said that I think that he got on top of her and had her arms underneath his knees. But, you know, we've all got our own ideas of what happened that night. None of us know. We never will. People are too quick to judge people they don't know. You want about me to, he did. Happy. He did say that, Rebecca. He said what? Happy. We're all entitled to our own opinions. Absolutely. And I don't disregard any of your guys' opinions. You know, I just got my own opinion. David Carter wasn't even in the main prison with Chris. He had been told things by Dylan. Third-hand information, hearsay, and inadmissible in court. He told me that he was in the same block with him. Claire, that's what he told me. Hey, okay, Claire. Okay, I know you can clear this one up for me, Claire. I'm not going to say where I got this from, but I'm interested in to know the truth because I've never heard it before. Like somebody told me that Chris Watts is, I don't know, in some kind of entanglement, like a relationship kind of thing with Krista, Dylan's ex. Like, if you could shed some light on that, like, because I've been baffled by that since I've been told it a few days ago. So just clarify that for me if that's true or not. But I know you'll know. The information hearsay. Well, that's and that lend a bit clear. Yeah, I agree. It is hearsay. There's more than just armchair detective that says he's had hope. Yeah, there is more than armchair detective that says that. I agree with you. He's not alone in this, but he's the only one that seems to be disrespecting the family on a daily basis. You know, that's what I see. That's what a lot of people see, that the disrespect that he shows to the Ruseks is just disgusting. I think David Carter now regrets making that claim for attention and money. Who knows? And is saying Ali has told him to stop. Well, I think time will tell, Sandy. You know, you could be 100% spot on. I don't know. Just waiting to see how it pans out. But I think it would answer. I think it would get a conversation going, maybe. But why doesn't she just come forward and say, listen, I did not have anything to do with those deaths? Why not just do that? Chris Watts was in an agitated state, or Chris Watts was in a happy mood, or Chris Watts was focused on telling Shanann it was over and he was leaving, or Chris Watts was focused on killing his entire family because he wanted to give NK the life that she wanted with him. You know, just answer these little questions, please. Ed Gaines was in the same prison. So have you guys seen who Chris Watts' new cellmate is? Marcus Johnson, the baby killer. I've seen his photo today. I don't know. Like, he looks like a proper nut job. Why will Chris Watts continue to lie? He admits in his latest lie in the Wisconsin interview. The letters. Was that his letters to Cadle, Debbie? I see. I've always believed that Wisconsin confession, the one in February. I literally thought, yeah, I've always believed that confession. Nancy, how's that what? How AD disrespects the family. He disrespects the family on a daily basis. And if you need me to tell you how's that, then honestly, you shouldn't be in this live. I haven't heard anything about that. Chris is with the security guard guy now. I didn't think he was in contact with her. Okay. Well, see, I've been told, that's what I got told a couple of days ago, Claire, that Chris Watts is supposed to be in a relationship with Krista. He has told so many lies and possibly them. He isn't protecting them. Right, I wouldn't protect her. Exactly, she didn't even try to defend him. Yep. Every day he disrespects the family, every single day. Why would Chris Watts still be so loyal to think after 3 years? You don't think she has moved on to other men? See, I do believe that, Robert. I do. I believe that I don't think she gives two shits about Chris Watts. I don't think she does. Okay, planted the seed for what Chris Watts did. Yeah, that I believe, Tanya. I genuinely believe that she manipulated Chris into thinking that it was her or Shanann, and that's what I believe. He disrespects his viewers too. He is so rude to people, and he's so rude to bubbles. You know what, Sunny? They all deserve each other. They all deserve each other. His viewers, his admin, himself, whatever, they all deserve each other because they're literally in a league of their own. Like, it's laughable at this point. Laughable. NK was having affairs with more than Chris Watts at the time. Yeah. Claire, yeah. Yeah, definitely. I will find out about that, Claire. Because that has, well, I've been told. And yeah, let me know. NK was having affairs with more. I believe that. He did say that when he was the children to bed, it would be the last time. Yeah, because he said that earlier on, Happy, as well. He said that he knew at the party that he was going to kill the girls. But he didn't give them cake or something, and everybody was saying, well, if you knew you were going to kill the girls, why not just let them have the cake anyway, or something like that. The way he used to speak to Joe the cat was vile. Funny how Joe the cat doesn't work. I don't know who Joe the cat is. He isn't protecting her, and in fact, he has tried to incriminate her by talking about crystals, drinks, and dark forces. Yeah. I think, you know what, Sandy? I genuinely think Chris Watts and Nicole are both master manipulators. And I think that's probably why that's probably why they clicked as well as they did, because they literally just, I don't know, they've got screw looses in the head. They're not normal. I think his big channel has been struck. It won't stop him. It will not stop him anyway. It doesn't make no difference. The only thing that's going to stop him is Frankie coming over here and doing his legal proceedings or whatever it is that he needs to do to protect his family's name from this monster. I watch AD a lot, and I've never seen him say anything bad about the family. Maybe I missed it. Maybe you did. And there was no way she could go 3 years without sex. Oh, God. Oh, she's way too loose to go that long. It's the way he words it. Yeah, he's very subliminal in his titles and stuff. Like, he knows it's going to get people's backs up. But the viewers, it won't, because to them, it's excitement. They love the drama. He's been absent due to attending poker tournaments. Oh, see, that's where, see, guys, it just speaks volumes, doesn't it? It just speaks volumes. Kenny Rogers Gambler comes to mind. NK thrives on Nicole. NK thrives on control. Yeah, I agree, Elizabeth. I think absolutely she was the force behind what happened that night. It was definitely a force that come off him, and I think it came from her. Very manipulative, very. Wow, really, his last 2 lives, vile. So I don't even watch him. I wouldn't even give him a view. I would not even give him a view. I just feel so sad for her family, the only daughter and grandchildren gone. See, Sunny, and this is what really, really boils my blood, is when people go onto their channel and, like, they say the worst things ever, worst possible things they can about this family, knowing they're going to read it. Like, Sandra's coming on to YouTube. She's literally allowing all of us to impose on her life even more in a more personal way, and people still take that for granted and still want to hurt them and reduce Shanann's dad to tears, where he has to come on and make a video about it. Like, nah, man, like, that's just wrong on so many levels. And I've seen so much crap, honestly. The stuff that I see on TikTok and Facebook, the stuff that they say about the Ruseks, ridiculous. I just feel so sorry. Yeah, AD will use and twist anything in order to keep the case relevant, because it's the only one which brings in money. Exactly. Go and look at Madeleine McCann. How many views he used to get on those ones? It's nothing compared to what he gets now. He said the other week he was only going to talk about the case when something happens. I know, every single day he makes a new video. He's live tonight is about the Watts again. Well, surprise, surprise. See, and this is another thing, Claire. Why do people go after the Ruseks? Then you got the likes of the Watts people, like, you know, Ronnie Watts with his little crazy cocaine habit. You know, you got the narcissistic mother. Well, why not go after these nutjob people? Why are you going after, like, people that are just, like, really, really nice people that are in grieving and in pain? Like, why torment them anymore? Like, go after the perpetrators, you know, the people that really deserve all the hate. Like, go after them. Jeez, he said the other week he was only going to, yeah. I love Sandra, what a babe. Oh, Claire, I know, I have been keeping up with a little bit. I've been offline for like about a month because my whole phone broke and I had to go and get my screen fixed and stuff. So I haven't really been up to date with much, but I've seen a few things. I don't really like to go onto Frankie and Sandra's channel much. I leave an odd comment here and there, but I don't like to impose like that, so I just, like, leave them alone. I adore Miss Rusek. Her cooking videos have helped me cook again, and her coleslaw is amazing. Listen, I swear, if Sandra Rusek lived with me, I would probably be the size of a house. Her food looks amazing. I would literally just pay for it. As it turns out, his Wisconsin confession was very similar to a dream a woman had about it. Apparently, she shared the dream to Cindy. Well, I think you see, I think that's where Cadle comes in a little bit there. I think Cadle was really, really easy at turning these dreams into a reality that never really happened. And I think that's one thing that sticks out a lot about Cadle is she's very good at twisting things. That's how she's managed to write 2 books, 2 books on the back of being friends with Chris Watts. It just goes to show, don't it, really, guys? You know, a couple of weeks of talking to Chris Watts and she's made 2 books out of it. Speaks volumes. I believe the Wisconsin confession. I don't know why, but my gut just says that's the truth, or as closest to the truth as we're going to get. I can't believe I've been on live for an whole hour and I've got 18 of you in here. I hope everyone's okay. I'm sorry I've been gone for so long. Debbie, that dream was heard. That dream was had by one of AD's friends for near enough. Don't tell me that was breaking news as well. Breaking news. Somebody was messaging me yesterday. I think, you know, one of the girls from the groups, one of the Shanann groups, and she thought I was a psychic. I was like, listen, lady, if I'm a psychic, I would be rich living in Dubai by now. I agree. It's all part of her crazy mind, in my opinion. So, yeah, Cadle, I don't know. I think she just gave off the impression as being a little old, lovely lady that wanted to get justice. Why do they all say that? You know what? All these bints have got the same, like, what's it called? The same narrative. They all want justice for Shanann, but literally none of them pay any attention to Shanann. They just give a shit about Chris and what he did or didn't do. Do you believe Chris Watts tried to smother the girls at home and failed, then tried again at the oil site? No, I don't. I don't believe that. I genuinely think that he took them to the oil site and that was his first and only attempt at killing them. That's what I believe. But I'm not saying that I'm wrong. I'm not right or not wrong. I don't. That's just my opinion. I just don't think he did. I think he did it all at the site. Well, Shanann in the house and the girls at the site. Cricket was about her fantasy. About her fantasy about Chris Watts. Who the hell would fantasize about Chris Watts? Like, no, that's weird. Don't get me wrong. I think long and hard about the torture that he could potentially receive, but like that's a different nature. Like, you know, that's a different nature. But he's not a man I would be fantasizing over. In Watts' first interview, he said that he did not want his mistress involved in any of it. She said she had a hard life. Yeah. Yeah, why were they so keen to keep her out of it? That is all crazy, isn't it, Debbie? I don't think he was going to kill the girls, but then when Bella walked in on him and Shanann, he felt he had to. Yeah, possibly, Sunny. Yeah. I think that could have easily went that way. Because Bella did see, didn't she? He said that she walked in and Shanann was on the bed, and she's old enough to know what's going on. Yeah, that's right, I agree. She knew something was wrong because she asked what was wrong. Yeah. Yeah. Frankie's solicitors are all on track. The information is being worked through for evidence and charges in the finally some peace in us. You know what, Claire? I really hope that this just brings the outcome to what they deserve and what they need. Honestly, I feel so sorry for them, Claire. I do. I really do. I cry for the Ruseks on a regular basis because it's just shit what they have to go through, and it's just crap how people are just it's just horrible, man. I hate it when people make people feel a certain way, and they're good people, and it's just sad, man. Is Frankie coming over to the UK? I'd love to help. I don't know how, but I'd help any way I can. I just don't like to impose me, Claire. If there is anything I can do, then please just let me know if there's anything I can do, because I'll do it. But, you know, I'm not going to go and start fucking asking. Anyone know how much Frankie had raised so far? Fantastic news. They deserve peace. Why isn't Frankie angry against NK? Probably because he doesn't want to give her his energy, I would imagine. He doesn't want to give her that energy. If the police have looked into her and, you know, they've not come back with anything, then I suppose it's kind of pointless for him to spend his days worrying over something that he can't control. 10,000. Oh, wow. You can share it on my page. Okay, send me the link or something, and I'll put it in my Facebook group as well. I think his Wisconsin story is the closest to the truth. I believe that, Sunny. How could he make it to me? Silly, this is what I say. I think the Wisconsin one is closest to the truth because the stuff that he said about Bella and like, it was the tiny, tiny details that, it's just the tiny details. It's too much to make up. It's not something you would think about. It's just not something you would make up, is it? It's just not something you would mention unless it happened because it was that small, yet so massive in the case. Like to him, Bella asking a question might have been really small, but for us, like we'll read something else into it. Wish changes already. Oh God, I wish for another 10 G's for him. Frankie will be here for court, hopefully. Claire, so who is he going to say? What is he doing? Are you guys? I know you're the channels that I know you're the other channels. I know who you are. I probably just can't think of the name right now, but I know who you are because I watch your videos. So, Has he got somewhere to stay when he comes over here? You guys all going to the court with him? Like, what's happening with Armpit? What's going on with him? Do any of you actually think AD will be prosecuted? I don't think he will. I don't know. I don't know. No. Do you know what? Yeah, I'm going to go out on a limb here. I'm going to say hopefully he just gets shut the hell down. Maybe even if it doesn't get prosecuted, but he should be made not to be allowed to talk about this case anymore. He should be banned from speaking about this case. He should have a restraining order against him for the Rusex, and that means any of his trolls go after the Rusex, then he will be held accountable. He should be held accountable as well. That's what I think should happen. And if it don't, then that's just another injustice to that family. Sandra, I should do a cookbook and it will be a bestseller. Do you know what? I think she should have her own channel. I think the Food Network should give her her own channel because I would literally watch her all day, every day. Definitely civilly and possibly 2 criminal charges. Woohoo! Yes, I will be in court. Brilliant armchair detective. Enough is enough. I love and respect you guys for that. A few of us will be attending court. That's amazing. Have you got to go down to London for that? Because I know Armpits, he's not in London, is he? I don't want to say where he is. But, yeah. Will he be made to go to the court then? Obviously, because it's about him. Will he have is it a subpoena or something like that you call it? Or is that it where you have to go? I don't know. I don't understand that stuff. I will be in court in spirit. Me too. I think Chris Watts was so easy to fall into NK Smile because of his social awkwardness and his weight loss and bodybuilding. He was not used to a woman pursuing him. Yeah, Robert, I agree. There's truth to that as well. Like he looked as good as he did because of Shanann. Did you see him when he first got with Shanann? He wasn't ugly, but like Shanann, woo, she made him look a lot better. Yeah, it's weird that NK did a lot of pursuing when she knew he was married. It's really, really weird because if I was talking to a guy and, a couple of weeks later, hold on a minute. Sorry, I'll lose myself. I can't remember what I was saying now. Sorry, because I've just seen something else. Critical K channel is gone. Is that real? Is that true? Oh my God, I hope that's true because I cannot abide that woman. I don't consider NK Nicole NK a hero. All I think she should have acted more like Amber. Yeah, I've never heard of NK being called a hero ever. Like she's not a hero. She's a 0, but she's not a hero. She would be more respected, I think, if she came, not respected, but I think people would kind of back off a little bit if she gave the answers to the questions that are vital to what happened that night, because from 1:48 a.m. until 5 whatever it was, we don't know what the hell happened in that house. We don't even know. We don't know. That's one of the questions we all ask. Was he in bed waiting for her? Was he in the basement waiting for her? Was he behind the door waiting for her? Was he agitated? Was he anxious? I want to know his mood because I think that will probably put things, I don't know, a little bit more in perspective as to where his head was in that moment, because there's been so many different confessions and so many different, of what happened that night, loads of different accounts in that. Like these little questions I think would make a big difference. Claire, what is your channel? Oh yeah, go and follow those guys, go and sub to their channels because they're amazing. They've literally worked so hard and they work really, really hard, tirelessly, guys, with their videos to bring the truth. They look at the little things that we would miss, but they put it all together and they show you really what and who are behind all these, just these mad creators, guys. Honestly, go check them out. They're really, really good. Is Critical Change channel really, really gone? I hope so. Yes, it'll be High Court. Yes, he'll have to attend. Has he spoken out on that? I bet he hasn't spoken out on it, is he? He is going to revel in this. Like, literally, he's going to revel. Watch, he's going to get his own. I just know. I'm not going to say it out loud, because if I say it out loud, then the universe might make it happen. But in my head, like, I already know what this dude's going to do. He's just an idiot. NK is desperate. Yeah, gone. All NK had to do was ask a co-worker about Chris Watts to find out about his marital status. But that's the thing, Robert. She did not have to do that. She knew he was married. She didn't have to ask anybody. Like, if you're a woman, you know, us women. Listen, this is why us women will always be smarter than men, because women have gut instincts, and we know when something is off, and we know stuff. When we see it, we know. So if you're looking at this guy's wife's Facebook page that you're not already, you might be sleeping with him, you might not be sleeping with him, but if you're looking at his Facebook page and he's married and she's posting every day about how happy they are and what a wonderful family they are, then you know he's married. I'm sorry, but you know that she's married. You know he's married and happy. So all she had to do was just use her own woman's intelligence. You've gone onto the man's Facebook, it says married. You can see them having a normal, relatively normally happy life every day online. And so you know he's married. And that's what makes her a lunatic, because she knew he was married. She stalked Shanann a whole year before the supposed affair started. So it's just weird. Elizabeth Jones, my channel is Curl Yellow, Armchair Detective, Enough is Enough, The Grim Reaper Cafe, etc. are good and fun to watch for updates. So you got that, guys, yeah? Claire's channel is Celtic Investigators. Also, Armchair Detective, Enough is Enough, and The Grim Reaper Cafe. So if you're not subscribed to them, please go subscribe to them and support them. So weird, t-shirts for Shanann. Exactly. Isn't it funny how Looney Lana has just vanished? Because you know what it is? Because they got called out on their BS. Lana came along. She wanted to take the diversion off whatever it was going on at the time. She wanted to just make a quick 5 minutes of fame, come online, make a bit of money, use Chris' name, throw it around a little bit. Like, she's just a weirdo. And because she got called out on so much disgusting stuff she was doing, she really possibly couldn't stay online. How are you going to stay online after you've been mocking somebody, which there's millions of us, we love Shanann. You're not going to be able to come on you're not going to be able to come on a platform and mock Shanann and her children and expect to be able to still come on that platform. You're not going to do it. Nobody's going to tolerate that. We're not going to tolerate that. She can't come on this platform anymore because she will get rushed off it. You're crazy. So many of us support Shanann. Like, it just wouldn't be, there's no point to her coming online. So Chris to say, but I said no, Daddy, breaks my heart. Happy, see, and that's what I say. Those details you wouldn't say it. Sunny D, the search was done in September 2017 for an Anadarko phone. Oh shit. I didn't know. Oh wow, do you know what? I'm glad her channel's gone, because she is disgusting. I hate that person. I don't hate a lot of people, but I cannot stand Critical K. After she leaked, Francis, I don't agree with that. I'm so glad that happened. CK has gone. He doesn't believe Frankie will take him to court. The fool. Yeah, because that's what this guy does. He bullies people into falling for his manipulation. Like someone else said, he's horrible to his supporters. He's horrible to this, that, the other. Unless you are listening to his waffle, you are stupid. You are stupid. He thinks he can fool everybody, and he thinks that he's going to keep getting away with his bullshit, and no one's going to call him out on it. Like, I literally cannot wait for. I can't wait for it. Doesn't believe you taken to court. Yes, Frankie Risek. She's scared. He should be banned from speaking about any case due to his fascination with dead little girls. Yeah. Well, no, do you know what? Let him talk about other cases, because he's not going to get the views for other cases as to what he gets for the Watts. He's never going to get them views. So I think it'll be really funny watching him struggle, trying to keep up with what's been going on lately, because he won't stand. He won't have two legs to stand on. Once he gets stopped from speaking about the Ruseks, literally, he doesn't have any content. He doesn't have any content. His content is based on mocking the Ruseks now. At this point, it's gone further than the Shanann and Chris. It's gone further than that. It's way past that at this point. This is about him disrespecting victims. So yeah, we should absolutely. I think we should carry on doing other cases so we can all watch him squirm. I totally have the greatest respect for the Ruseks. I feel we never got the truth. Yeah, I don't think we're ever going to get the full truth, but I'm open to getting a few more questions answered. I think he believes it now. Amber Frey didn't hide. He believes his own eyes. He does. Oh my, I have come in and missed what happened. Hi, love. How are you? Hi, Mia. Mia. I always, every time you come in, I never know if it's Mia or Maya. But hello. I've just come on today. We were just talking about, well, for those that did miss you, when I first came on, we were talking about David and, you know, the claims that Chris Watts made to him. We were talking about that because, you know, now, you know, David relayed to me that he's no longer allowed to talk about the case. Law enforcement have told him he's not publicly allowed to speak on this case anymore. And it was actually, oh no, I can't even say that. But listen, he just can't speak about it publicly because somebody that we all know that worked on the case, I can't say, but worked on the case, contacted him and said, basically, don't talk about it. And that's all I can say. That's all I am going to say. He can't talk about it publicly anymore. So that's at my head. That's what I wanted to come on. I wanted to get your guys' opinions on whether NK wasn't. What are these new claims? Because I'm a bit out of date. So you lot really helped me and gave me some insight too. So that's it really. And we've also just been talking about, you know, NK, you know, and a few of the questions that we would like her to answer, you know, like that phone call that night. Some of us would like to know, like, what was Chris's state of mind? Was he agitated? How did he feel about Shanann's flight being late? Was he downstairs? Was he upstairs? Like, where was he? What was he doing? That's what I was really talking about. And now we're talking about Frankie taking that creator to court and how well we think it's going to do. Excuse me. 1 second, guys. Let me just grab a bottle of water. Do you want some water? Do you want a cup of tea? Yo. Do you want a cup of tea? I'll make a cup of tea. Sorry, guys. Do you think the Watts house will ever sell? Yeah. I do. I think in the future it will. Maybe not now. Maybe it'll take a couple of years for them to sort out the financial side of it and the legalities and stuff regarding the lien. But I think eventually, yeah, it will sell. Not for a long time though. The Ruseks have Litro said they don't mind people talking about it. Just stick to the facts and evidence. Exactly, Cindy. And you know what? You could. That's the gist of it. Literally, that is the be all and the end of it. They don't mind. They don't mind the channels making videos. They don't mind the channels talking about people. What they don't want is lies, false conspiracies, slander. They don't want that, and they don't deserve that. And I think they are quite within their right to request that, you know. And I think people should, you know, take note and not keep editing these photos and planting people in the driveway. And that's silly, man. Exactly. They don't want to silence everyone. They just people stick to the facts and the discovery. Quite rightly. I think the Watts house should be demolished and stable. That's what I said before Googling them. Googling wedding dresses, maybe obsession. She was weird, wasn't she? I just think if Kanke knew more, she should be prosecuted. It's not fair, but who knows? Maybe she knew nothing. Yeah, maybe she knew nothing. But I think personally she did. I think a lot of us think she did. She knew more. She knows more. 1 second. Hey. So what are you guys up to? What have you guys been doing? What did you guys do for the anniversary? My phone was knackered, so I didn't actually end up going live, but I did do my own little thing. I got myself my candles and stuff, and I said a little prayer to Shanann, and I watched some videos and stuff, you know, done my little hour. I didn't do a minute silence. I did like an hour where I just sat and watched loads of films and like cried, like watched videos and stuff. I think in the end we like raised £100 for lupus. I know it wasn't a lot, but you know what? £100, guys, is better than nothing. So I'm really, really glad that everyone took a part in that and did it. It was so good. I know a few of my mods did a few things. They let off some balloons and stuff. So that was really nice. Oh, just catch up on these. Sorry, just making a cup of tea. Yeah, they just want the conspiracies and stuff. And you know what, Claire? We all do. Because it goes too much, doesn't it? It's quite hard to back out of some certain things. You can't just say certain things and then, back off and not go into it. But what do you make of these? I'm saying that, but then I've come on here and I've told everybody about that David being silenced. But only because I'm interested in what happened that night prior to the murders. I think that fact that those questions they bother me more rather than the fact of was she there, was she in the driveway. I don't pay no attention to that because I don't believe she was there, but I'm not going to lie and say that I wish we had answers as to his demeanor and his state of mind on that phone call. I really, really just wish she could answer those questions regarding that phone call and stuff. That's the only thing I wish that would come of it. But I'm never going to pursue it. I've never contacted her. I've never done anything like that. It's just something that I think in my head. And with David coming out with these claims and stuff, I think it's just going to be interesting to see the next move. If there's a next move. I know a lot of you think that the case is still open and other departments are investigating. So if that's the case, what do you actually think they're investigating and what departments do you actually think that are doing it? Because maybe I've just been out of it. I didn't know the police were still involved like that. I thought they were just doing their own thing. But I don't know, I could be wrong. Oh. Where's the dog? Who saved the dog? Come on. Come on. No, I'm going to just catch up with these comments. They just don't want the conspiracy. Chris did this, and he will answer to God if he's not put to death. First, just all around sick what he did. Absolutely, Mia. Absolutely. Finishing up my summer vacation, going back to school, teaching in 2 days. Oh, I made a short video in memoriam. Oh, well done. That's brilliant. £100 is fantastic. It really is. Honestly, I was so pleased. I know it's not a lot, but I'm gonna next year we'll do another lupus event. We'll do another one, but I'll do it properly this time because literally a couple of days before the event, my admin decided she no longer wanted to take part. She wouldn't give me the supplier's details for anything. Point blank refused to help me with any of that stuff. And I was literally in the lurch a couple of days before the event. So everything kind of just went to plan. That's why I have no other admin now, guys. That's why you don't see her in the comments and stuff. She dipped off. No one will ever forget this heartless murder. God bless Shanann and her beautiful families. Amen, Mia. I feel NK is that nuts type of girlfriend now. She probably said inappropriate things repeatedly to Chris, so it's stuck in his head. She let him. Yeah, no, I'm not going to say that. Yeah, she let him do all kinds of crazy stuff, and that. Yeah, I don't want to talk about it. It's not as crass, isn't it? It's crass to speak about sex life stuff like that. But you know what I mean, guys? She was open all areas, top-notch beef. Everything was hanging out all the time. She was just so easy. I think the case is closed. Me too, Claire. See, this is what I don't. If the case is closed, then why has David been told to stop talking? So, that's what that's just what I'm saying. Sandy, where is the proof that Ali told David to stop talking about it? I think he lied and realised it was stupid, so made up that Ali told him to stop. That could possibly be the case, Sandy. I don't know. I've not seen any proof. These are just David's claims that I'm going off. I'm going off David's claims. And relaying it to you. I'm telling you what David told me. Whether it's true or not, I don't know, guys. That's for hopefully the law enforcement to figure out. Where is my sister and niece have lupus. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Robert. I think they are looking into NK, but only because so many people online think she was involved. They obviously monitor YouTube to some degree. Yeah, I agree, Sunny. Absolutely. There must be. Because they must think all these people can't be wrong. Or are we? You know, I've never really paid too much attention. I'm literally just relaying all these claims that have been out the last week and the new claims that were brought to my attention today. Yeah, Robert, she's not the nicest of women. I'll agree with her. Ever. Ooh. Guys, I've really enjoyed today's live. It was literally just a last minute thing, but I'm glad I came on and saw you all. Spiritual. I think David is lying. I'm sorry, David. David originally said Chris told him nothing, then came back months later and said he told her NK was involved. Funny how it changed. See, I mean, that's a point, Sunny. That's a point that none of us can ignore. But I'm just happy to see. I'm just going to sit back and see how it does play out, because if it's true or not, the truth always comes out in the end. It will come out, so we'll know. But what he said to me, like, I've got no reason to not believe him at the moment. I'm not saying that I don't believe him. I'm not saying that I do believe him. I'll take his word for gospel, nothing like that. I'm just saying that I've no reason at this second point to believe that he's lying. But then at this point, even I don't have nothing solid to say I believe him. You know, I'm not. This is all hearsay, guys. It is literally just hearsay. But it's always good to get your opinions on things, guys, because so many of us literally are not involved in the case, just interested in the case. It's just a bit weird, isn't it? It is a bit weird. But I'm so glad that the Free Sex are taking the steps what they're taking, and I'm glad they've got all you guys' help. This is going to be absolutely epic to witness. Like, it's going to be amazing watching certain creators get taken down. Especially when they think they're so high fly with everything, you know, they think they can get away with it. They can't. All right, guys. I've really enjoyed today's chat. I know I just said that but I'm saying it again. I've really enjoyed it. Oh, let's catch up with you guys. The police laugh at a certain creator. Frank speaks to them regularly. I'm so happy at that. That's so good, honestly, because you know what, Claire? Some people just wouldn't have the bottle to take such a big creator on. Do you know what I mean? They just wouldn't. A lot of people would just retreat and just let it die down themselves. But I'm absolutely so proud that Frankie is literally taking him head on, because he's not used to things like that. He's used to bullying his way to get through and to get what he wants. He's not used to people actually standing up to him and doing it the right way. They're going to have a field day with him in court, especially with his previous convictions. Do you believe Chris Watts had a 10-month gay relationship before NK? Absolutely not. And when AD said David will come to him, I think they just knew he was in prison with a David from Zolna. Yeah, I never heard that, but if that's true, then yeah, that's absolutely set up. I also, unless Dylan tipped them off about David, I also don't think NK thought it was cute. Well, you know what it was? I think she wanted the boy, didn't it? I think as soon as she found out Shannon was having a boy, I think that's when it really hit the fan. I think that was it. Shit just went to the fan then. And he was getting out soon as they played on it, because David seemed clueless when AD had him on. It was cringing to listen to him. Yeah, see, that could have been set up by Christy or Dylan, because I know they were she was really pally with AD, wasn't she? And I absolutely believe that Dylan thought he was going to make an absolute shitload of money when he came out because of AD. I think AD bigged him up, and Krista bigged him up to get all this information that literally anything was coming out. It's a bit weird, isn't it? They probably did set David up, all three of them. They probably possibly did set him up. And I wouldn't put it past that creator. I really wouldn't, because that's breaking news to him. Leather, settle up. She's gone awfully quiet, hasn't she, guys? I haven't heard anything of that Heather. Not a dicky bird. Is she about? What's she still about? Is Dylan out? Where is Dylan? Where is that Dylan? Originally, he said it would be, excuse me, sorry guys. Leather set that up. Originally, he said it would be Robert that would come to him, not David. Oh, so he's psychic now as well, is he? Wow. He's this man literally come up with anything. Well, I think they probably did set that up. You know, that was all around the same time when they all came out together, wasn't it? It was at that time, so it doesn't surprise me. Mm-mm. It is ridiculous. I think he's back in prison. What about Krista? I think it's bizarre. I'll tell you what's even more bizarre is the claim that Chris Watts is in a relationship with Christy. Like, that's mental. Dylan's back in prison. Okay. Oh, that was short-lived. Patrick and Robert Denny, look them up. God bless my sister-in-law, Teresa Catherine Latimer, murdered in the 90s by Patrick Robert, killed a beautiful girl named Corey years later. Oh, that's crap. Sorry to hear that, Mia. Dylan's in prison. Yeah, Heather admitted setting it up. She's still got her channel. I literally haven't seen any videos and nothing come from her. Do you know what? He's probably gone back in just to try and get back with Chris Watts, isn't it? He just wants a little bit more information. That's what I think. They're all bonkers, aren't they? And that Christy, she loves the prison guy. She loves him, doesn't she? Wow. I really think it'll be interesting in the next few weeks to see if the law enforcement does say anything. Because I don't know, that's quite it's a bold statement to make, isn't it? It's a bold thing to say that Chris didn't kill the girls and that NK did. That's like a big thing to say. And especially in a sensitive case like this, where so many of us will pick up on that and like it will do our heads in until we finally get the truth. And I know it's going to do our head. It's going to do my head in, especially to know that the police have been passed on this information. Are they going to do anything about it? And when HD said David will come to him, I think they just knew he was in prison with a David from somewhere there. Yeah, so they probably set him up. Because I know Dylan told David quite a lot of stuff. I also don't think NK thought it was cute. Oh, sorry about that one. I've gone up. Sorry, guys. Claire, she is literally a fucking, what's it? A capsule of information. Sorry, I didn't mean to swear then, guys. Sorry. I know some of you don't know that. Claire, yeah. Claire, honestly, you really are a little vessel. I believe he robbed the store. Wow. Yeah, her channel is still there. She hasn't done much else. Thanks, Rebecca, for a good discussion. No, thank you, Sandy, for joining in. Honestly, you guys are so amazing. And I don't ever want you ever to think that I disregard your opinions and stuff or whatever. I don't ever disregard anyone's opinions. We've all got our own opinions about this case. So I don't ever want you to think that I'm trying to impose my opinion on anybody, because it's definitely not like that. We are open like that over here. Chris Watson loves nobody but the devil himself to do what he did. He took the police right to his killing field. Yeah. See, he knew everything, didn't he? There was literally nothing to question when Chris gave that interview. He knew where the girls were. He gave timelines of when he. And another thing that adds up, matches up as well. I'm pretty sure in that Wisconsin confession, he would not have seen that video footage, but he knew the times. He knew who he dragged out first. Like, that's why I believe that Wisconsin confession, because I just think the small details are the truth. It's the truth, the small details, because people just wouldn't think of saying that stuff. You just wouldn't think of, when you're trying to cover up a murder, you're not going to think of those little details. You're just going to be like, the big things. We'll never hear anything from law enforcement unless charges are made and an arrest is made. Yeah, thank you, Rebecca. Great discussion. No, thank you, Armchair Detective. Enough is enough. I appreciate you for even coming here and giving me your time of day, because you guys, I really respect you guys a lot. So I always find it mad when you guys are in my lives, because I know you speak to the family and that, and it's just like, I don't know. I'd never want to upset anybody, so it's just like, I try and be good and not swear so much. I have no everything. I'm back at the cover. It's my life. Well, Claire, honestly, I couldn't think of anybody better to do this and to help the Ruseks. Person, thank you for being such a beautiful person. Oh, thanks very much, Mahoney family. I appreciate you. I really like how you address everyone's comments and everybody has been respectful of your views. It's called adult conversation. Yeah, absolutely. We're all not going to agree on things. And you guys give me so much knowledge and information about the case that I just don't know because, you know, certain creators I don't follow and I don't watch certain videos. Like, you know me, I'm all about Shanann. I've always stuck to Shanann and I just like to show everybody Shanann's story. But sometimes I just need to ask these questions, otherwise I just don't know and I feel like I'm out of the loop and I can't comment on anything because I don't know what I'm talking about. So I really, really appreciate it. Send the family our love. Yeah, definitely send them our love. Yeah, I like these lives. I like it when you all just come in and have a little chat. It is always fun, I suppose. And I've been away for so long. But yeah, it was really, really nice to see you guys. I'm going to jump off here now. But again, yeah, thanks everybody for coming in. And thanks for all the knowledge that you've given me and information. And thank you for letting me share my thoughts and stuff. I do appreciate all of you. Claire, Armchair, good luck with future endeavours regarding people. I just know it's going to work out in the right situation. You know, it's going to. I always think about Sandra and the family, so awful. I'm currently pregnant, so extra emotional. Oh no. It's been popping in my head more often lately that they lost their grandchildren. Yeah. And that is sad, isn't it? And I think that's something we all need to take, well, not us, because I know we're all on the Rusek sides, but you know, these creators, they should take that into consideration. The Ruseks have lost everything. And just no point adding to their pain. There's literally no more point in it. Like, not when you can go after the perpetrators. There's enough dirt on them and they are not gracious or kind or anything like the Ruseks. But yeah. This is my first time. It's been really good. Armchair, I've seen you comment on a few things, I think, in other other videos and that, in other chats. I've definitely seen you around somewhere. I've definitely seen you on YouTube. He killed the girls because they saw. Yeah, I believe that too, Mia. Thank you, bye everyone. Bye, Armchair. We got everything crossed that it will go the right way. Oh, it will go the right way, Claire. I absolutely believe that in my gut it will go the absolute right way, because it's Golu. It would be an injustice if it didn't. Again, thank you. It was nice to catch you live. Yeah, same here, Sunny. It was really nice, and thank you for all your input. I appreciate that. Just believe and know they are in a better place. Prayers and love, and all to the family. Yeah, right. I'm live tonight at 8 for Nobbington. Oh, okay. I'm going to go and find you now then. I'll put my bell on and I'll come on and watch that. And at 8 o'clock. Are you in the UK? Married at First Sight starts at 9. So if you're on at 8, then I'm going to come on. And then I'm going to watch me Married at First Sight. I'm going to go and find your channel now. Yeah, guys, I'm going to hop off. Thanks again for joining. I hope you all have a great week. And you, Mia, and you'll see me again soon anyway. I'll be back on the next few days. Yes, you're in the UK. Great. I'm from Birmingham, so you know where I am, in the middle. Right, guys, take care. Stay safe. And I'll see you all again next time. Bye. Thank you, Claire. I appreciate you. Novels Unite. Novels Unite. I'm going to come and find your channel right now. Bye, guys.